Hey guys, it's Brown DC here, and today we're actually going to be starting an all-new franchise mode featuring the team that we're going to be using. Just have to go ahead and modify the colors a little bit. Okay, yeah, the colors are fine. We'll be using the Albuquerque Cowboys. Now, we did some editing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be adding some teams that you can be familiar with. Other teams from OFL you might be familiar with, but you know. So the first things I went ahead and did was I took a quick notice was that the Carolina Panthers was a team that we could use, so the Panthers are on here. We also are using the Cowboys. So of course, one edit we did was that we changed the team, the New York Knights. We ended up changing them to the DC Knights, which is a team in OFL. So the Knights are actually on the board. The Lions are in here as well, from the San Francisco Cougars original thing. We put the Highland Huskies in here as a team. We put the Las Vegas Raiders in here. Actually, never mind. Las Vegas actually just sounds bad. So, sorry Las Vegas fans, but I'm sorry, but we're going to change them back to Oakland. It's for the better. For this series. But yes. Now we have the Oakland Raiders. We also went ahead and added the Olympia Sky Kings. Because honestly, why not? We also went ahead and added the Omaha Nighthawks. That's also one thing. But of course, we're also going to be doing a little bit of an edit. And changing the Omaha Eagles team to the New England Patriots. Because honestly, this is basically a world of teams of mixed teams. There'll be some teams that will go ahead and will franchise relocate. I'll try to change it up every off season until we get it all set. So that's also for a heads up. But now that there's the Patriots there, we also have the San Jose Bombers, which is not really a team we're going with. And then we also have the Oklahoma Bears, but the Bears I actually want to change up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and let me just go ahead and change it up a little bit, and this time we're going to go ahead and change the Oklahoma Bears to the Dresden Dragons. We're going to put their thing Dre. So for a secondary thing, let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. So I might go ahead and I might misedit, because I'm not good at remembering stuff, okay? Bear with me. But yes, the Dresden Dragon will be in here. So I went ahead and looked for other teams that we can go ahead and put in here. I did notice that the Pioneers. We're also going to go ahead and edit them. So, hold on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in the San Francisco 49ers. So, Reese, your own team. We went ahead and we added them onto this one because it felt fair to go ahead and bring them. I'm pretty sure and if you do watch this, hopefully it feels great to see that know that your own team is not snubbed of this franchise series. Other than that, those are going to be the original teams. Oh yeah, and the possible expansion team, if they bring it. I highly doubt they're going to bring them, but I'm not sure. And that's, of course, the Mississippi Meat Grinders, which is a possible expansion team in OFL. So, call me crazy, but I'm not really a big fan of it. I just thought it'll just be, just to go ahead and just to troll some people by putting the Meat Grinders in there. Other than that, the Las Vegas Stars should change it to Mexico Stars, and yeah. LA Pirates, I'm not really a big fan, but I do notice that the colors are red and black, but we're going to go ahead and change them to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So yeah, that's one team that we also went ahead and added. Oh, he changed. Tampa Bay's Buccaneers. Lol, hold on. Okay, yeah, there we go. Washington Spartans. I don't know a team besides like the Minnesota Vikings that go ahead and wear those colors, but yeah. But I did notice that there's the Milwaukee Rams. So, we're actually going to change them up a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and slightly on, bring it in like this. And alright. And I think this is a bit the edits, but think it's fair that we're gonna have to add one of the best dynasties into the league. So, this is gonna be a bit of an edit. Come on, right here. But yeah, the Milwaukee Rams are gonna be in here. Wait, not Milwaukee. Freak. Shoot, I mean, Milwaukee Rams. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the Milwaukee Rams, if I'm spelling them right. They're going to be in this franchise. Other than that, those are your set teams. Alright, so, do we get the edits done? Yes, we have. Do we have the mode Road to Glory? Oh, come on, bro. I have the... Hold on, let me... Rip. There we go. So after this... everything's back to normal. Okay, good. So we're putting the salary cap to 300 million at each seat. No, actually, put it at 500 million because why not? So we're going to put the difficulty at casual. And the franchise start. I've always been starting it... If most places you start off at terrible. But for me, we have to go ahead and turn an elite team better. And of course, select the franchise. Now, I don't know if the Cowboys... Even though as much as you guys... I might think I might take the Thunderbirds or the Panthers. I'm going to go ahead and take my Cowboys. So yes, the new and dawned generation, and finally going ahead and already dawned up team is up. It's begun. So yeah, now this is up and begun. let's start the grind of turning a team that just has trouble winning it all to a dynasty, an elite team, making them a leader. So that's basically it. You're already showing me some stuff I already know. And time to create our general manager. Now, I have to go ahead and make him a bit accurate to me. Alright, there we go. Actually, this is accurate, and this is so bad, but Jared Poole. Actually, this is basically a franchise mode. I think why not? Brown, DC. Alright, so let's advance on. And this is our team. New. So, he's no proven record. He can only steer his organization down. And yes, I'm trying to go and get them a ring. So we're gonna go ahead and set this. We need to go ahead and get our stuff done. And our sponsors. So yes, so for us, we need to go ahead and get the money done. And bam, sponsors are all done. So welcome to the team. So as you look at this. This team goes ahead and they run this is a somewhat decent team. Alright, shoot, I'm gonna have to go ahead and deal with other stuff. But we're also gonna have to get this one. So our quarterback and commander-in-chief, Jesus. He's not that big. Okay, people, he's not that big. It's just how small this phone is, okay? But this kid, Holden Olsen, is our quarterback and commander-in-chief. A 5th-round pick from 2014. So, that's it. And then, of course, we have a good backup in Salvador Hill, who was a member of the Sky Kings. If you look at the teams, the worst team in the league is the Oakland Raiders. Jesus. What happened? But how many Panthers are? Okay, they're 14th. So how's their team? They don't have a good QB yet. This is awkward. So, some retirements before actually, Salvador's actually retiring. So is Ricardo Jensen. Hate to see it, my buddy. And then Ray Holloway. So now, a new era of football has begun. And for me, I like how this team is. I think. Hold on. First of all, let's see the staff. First of all, I'm not really a big fan of playing. I'm telling you straight up. I think it's a horrible idea to go ahead and run a run scheme offense. This is just no. He's retiring. I think he's retiring. Yeah, we also gotta go ahead and draft some running backs. So if you look at the situation, we have to. My plan is we have to have to draft a running back. Tight end, we're looking pretty fine though. But yeah, overall, this team's just starting to lose its focus. But yeah, we do not need to go to a run scheme. I mean, I've played that way I played sometimes that way, but no. I'm not really a big fan of the defensive coordinator, but let's see how basically well, we are run focused and half our team's piece is decent already, so I'll have to keep it that way. Other than that, we're just basically good. People are not happy. We have to terminate contract. And a new era of football has basically generally begun. The fans are not liking it. It's also time to re-sign some people too. So we have so you can see here, he has some good cap room too. So let's also re-sign our guy, Gunnar Morgan. So we're gonna re-sign our tackles. We also have a good kicker in Jake Klein. I like this guy. So we're gonna sign him. Abel Watson. He's a good defensive end, so I'll go ahead and I can sign him. Meanwhile, then Elliott Lee, who just basically we're just adding him on, only bringing him back for depth. So now, this is basically it. So now we basically have to work with the team. Let's see what is going to be available in free agency. Ooh. We also have to go ahead and keep in mind, though, we have to focus on options. So our best option free agent is no one. Absolutely no one. That's sad. That is freaking sad. Neither is this, so I have to take what we got. But for me, I'm cool with going ahead and let's see a defensive tackle. And oof. I'm going to go ahead and actually make some sacrifices. I'm going to say Jeremiah Gilbert. Okay, no. I'm going to move you over to DE. So yeah, we basically went ahead and moved him over to defensive end. So yeah, I think we have everything completed. So let's go ahead and move on. Salary cap. This is going to be so awkward though. We've received all fruits. Yeah, alright, so let's go ahead and start. This what's going to be a very good pain. First of all, sign defensive tackle is important, and that's why I think Michael Maldonado is. He goes from Oakland. We sign him. We can go ahead and go up to the next level. Salary cap is getting slightly bigger, and the fans are happy that we went ahead and signed him. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Went ahead and we came above 80 overall. Bank balance, financial skill. Over 300 million. 500 million. Cool. We have to go ahead. And now we also have to go ahead and sign a head coach, though. So that's also the one thing let's go ahead and look at. And unfortunately, look at all the head coaches around. It's not really one of the best. But there is a head coach I do have my eye on. His name is Jeremy Elliott. And even though it's not going to be a good signing, he's our best bet of going ahead and installing a pass offense. And everyone's not really happy about this one. Not even the fans. But yes, we are going to switch over to that very, very demanding pass offense, which is I'm happy about. First of all, I have to go ahead and make sure we get to keep our guy back for next year. So our corner Logan, he's back. As for center, let's see. Also see our needs. So one of our team needs is we need a strong safety. What's how bad is it? Jesus, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Like, I am very, very, very surprised. Hold on. Let me actually move Jay Lucas out to corner. But that's very surprising. But we do need a center. And luckily, we have Armani Wagner. Sign him onto a 7-year deal, maxed out. And he wants in. So the good news is we got our center. Now, so we just need at center in free agency. Now we have to go address another need, which is outside linebacker and free safety and DE. In outside linebacker, we just need a second good one. Luckily, there's this guy I have an eye on here, though. Colton Munoz. I like him. And he's a good backup, though. But I want to change him over to the outside line. Wait. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to change you back into... We're going to change him back inside to middle linebacker. We're going to change our main linebacker, or starting linebacker, to left outside. So it just is a need. That's done. Now we have to go ahead and we have to focus now on strong safety, which is... But even though there are some guys that are going to be a bit old, I like this guy right here, Lawrence Stewart. Bring him on. Hopefully he can go ahead and he can help us out. And did we get him? Yes, we did. He goes ahead and he addresses the need at DE. So now we have our needs at DE. It can move our guy that's playing outside, move him back inside. So now we have our address need at DE done. It's just now we're also done with another need, which is strong safety, and that one I think we need to go and talk to about. And what I've noticed, that means we have to go ahead and actually pick, but I want to pick up someone that's more into our system. So there are some people that are into the system, but either old. But I do like how this man here is a 25-year-old defensive tackle, Reginald Chen. I like him. Let's sign him on. 7-year deal. Is it worth it? And the answer is it's somewhat of an investment. It's going to go ahead and help bring us some depth. With that, we also have to go ahead and also re-sign our other defense. A lot of these players who might not be back. But one you have to address is, of course, strong safety. There's Miguel Ellis. Hopefully, he's a good safety. And is it right? And does the shoe fit? It looks like it doesn't, but at least he's a temporary adjustment for the long run. He's just a patch up. Other than that, there is, and now we do have this guy here, tackle Emerson Morrison, but we already have a tackle. Our Titans are okay. I do notice that our wide receivers aren't the best, but overall, our biggest needs to now address is our strong safety. That's basically generally about it. Everyone's not really that bad. People are just frustrated now at this point. And now I want to go ahead and actually put some investments in. And of course, it's looking at the run focus game. Anyone else? Unfortunately, we're just looking at how other teams are doing when it comes to looking at our stuff. There's not really much that they can offer. So yeah, we're kind of screwed. Other than that, we basically went ahead and went to be one of the best teams in the league. Not as great as San Francisco, but at least we're not that bad trash. So we're gonna go ahead and advance on to the next week, which is the draft. And that is where we are gonna go ahead and pick up our guys. So this is now, so we are now right here and live from the draft. And this is where I want to go ahead and look at some stuff that we have to address. So one thing we have to go ahead and start addressing. So other than that, just it's not much of a thing, but we want to go ahead and look at some project players. I mean, there's Samuel Robinson, who's gonna be my pick. Who's gonna be a good pick. That's one of our picks we have to focus on, or we can go for a halfback, which you don't have a certain sum yet, but we'll figure it out. But for now, Samuel Robinson's our guy. And also gotta change something up. Like, one thing we have to go ahead and do is change our thing from ALB to ABQ. Simple as that. So, with that being said, meanwhile, as for our teams updated, we're still the best team. The San Diego Gladiators, though, I forgot we're a team. They're still there. Kyretra's, the Jason Dragons, though, are pretty good. And Jesus, though, their quarterback, Kyretra knows what the heck he's doing when he came to franchise zone. The Bucks, though, still a solid team. Huskies on there. Where are the Thunderbirds, bro? What the heck? What is this game? Sky Kings, not really one of the best. Knights still there. Warriors there. The Panthers are actually 9th, so let's see how they do. They still need to get a quarter. Their need to address is quarterbacks, so they're gonna be on the board. But yeah, our pick and the guy we're gonna go after is the strong safety, Samuel Robinson, getting him shortlisted. So let's go ahead and sim to our pick. So here we go. And the picks are up and we are underway. And so far, when you look at this is just, it's not really one of the better ones. So now you want to go and just look at what you have. But for me, I really like what Samuel Robinson brings. So we're going to draft him. He's a 78 overall franchise safety. And people pick him to be a future star. For me, while some people think it's going to be a bit of a reach, I think it's a monster W for our books. So we addressed that need at strong safety. Our next need we have to address is halfback, which is one of the hardest things to go ahead and help out with. And if you look, we can't really figure that out. And from looks of it, we probably definitely reach, but honestly, we got it. So other than that, how's our returner doing? Let's see. We have a good returner. But yeah, we already have our day one starter and our strong safety, but we need to address the need at halfback. This is one of the hardest positions to play. But luckily, there's this guy here, Breckett George. He looks to be a good guy. We signed him on. He also brings us assists. So, he's a 3-star guy. bring some high value. And I'm going to go ahead and also sign a bunch of dudes right here. So, also going to re-sign a bunch of franchise stars. So, one thing you can't be worried about, we don't have to be worried about soon. I've also noticed, and some people have told me, was we had an issue to pay up with. But yeah. So we're addressing some needs. Let's go to our next pick, which is 90th overall. And that pick, we're going to see... We're not going to be seeing much, but we also need to go and just need at wide receiver, which we are kind of short a few guys on. Luckily, Benjamin Garza's there. We're picking him up. He's going to make a good complimentary wide receiver number 4. So, a bit of a W for us, once again. Now, let's go ahead and just go to the next round. The 4th round of the draft, which is going to be, looks to be, a draft class that should be loaded. But we need a quarterback just to back us up. The QB position, though, not really much guys to work with except James Miles. But Miles isn't much of a scrambler, dude. And then also Holden Stone, who's not much of a scrambler either. Oh my gosh. Luckily, Holden Stone's got a chance. So I'm taking a gamble on him. And it does explain, he's a vertical dude. But we got him as def. It's a bit of a W. So I'll give myself that. On to the 5th round, we are at, as you guys can clearly see here, and we need to also address, we still haven't been able to address that need. I mean, but we need to go ahead and get an extra guy. Let's check to see how our option guys are doing. Well, there are a few guys left. Potentially a center, but it's the 5th round, so I guess we can look at them later on. But I want to take on the run focus, which does have a strong team left. There's only one good one left, and that's Zane Fields. I'm gonna take him. It's not really much of a good pick, but if it does mean I get to go ahead and get the W. Then I'll go ahead and take it. So, of course, now we have to go to our next pick, which is in the 6th round. And that's where we're going to go ahead and get this one traded in, which is going to go ahead and we're going to choose. We're going to go and basically see if a wide receiver is still on the board. Or especially one of our, but we're also going to see our option buddies. And our center was taken, but there is a guy still here, though, Francisco Flores, but I'm not willing to take a risk on him. On focus, we're just not good. So I guess we're going to go for an option, pick up another receiver. Francisco Flores, welcome on to the team. On to the 7th round, and we decided to go ahead and we're actually going to do a trade here. We're going to be trading our 7th round pick, and we're also going to be trading, let's see, I just want to be just careful with these picks still too, so we're also going to go ahead and make sure we get a trade pick. We're going to trade Mariano Fernandez. for a first rounder. This, so make sure we get some value out of that. Let's see. They don't have much value, but But we do have Alan Fuller, who I didn't know was there. We're gonna trade him away. Other than that, we're basically good to go. That's a trade. It's gonna free up some cap space, and the departure is gonna be Unrest, but I think that's a good worth it trade. The Gladiators basically get some death, basically get nothing, while we basically also get nothing as well. So Gladiators trade up, we're gonna trade down. In our last pick, we're also gonna go ahead and just take a gamble and take Clinton Schwartz or Kelly Little. Take Schwartz since he's the best player on the board left. And there we go. That's our draft class. That's gonna be it for the video. So of course, after this video, you can see that basically that we have a good team, but sometimes some teams aren't easy to success with. And now the work is done. Time to go ahead and come out and play like it. Thank you guys for going ahead and watching. We'll see y'all in the next episode.